chant Om 3 times, please. So friends, almost 10:30 to 3:30, 5 hours have gone. You ask yourself, how have you spent this 5 hours time? What all we shared, the thoughts, the ideas. Maybe you enjoyed, maybe you did not, or certain points you grasped and you enjoyed it. Ask yourself a question. It's not a challenging. I'm not challenging. Did you think over it? 5 hours, did you see your own mind? As I told you last night, observing. Because every type of disturbance that comes is not in the physical universe. There can be cyclone, there can be tornado, there can be any natural disaster. There shall be people who shall stand by it, and there are people who shall be absolutely frightened. It depends on you. There is winter, strong wind, cold breeze. Some people very happy, some people are not. Anyway, friends, what is most important is whatever you listen, you must see the truth of it. Because each individual, you, I, each individual is responsible for these things. Simple then ask that question, you have already chanted it, so I don't want to do that, but the question they asked, Katham jnanam avapnoti, katham mukti bhavishyati. How do I get liberated? How do I get this knowledge? Please think, friends. Who is afraid of bondage? Surely bondage is not afraid of bondage because there is nothing called bondage outside hanging around. A student approaches a teacher. Like many people do that, I want to be free. I'm in Rishikesh, I want to be free. I left my home, I left my job, I left everything, and I want to be free. You left everything, but you left everything. Like people do that. You change your spouse, you change your house, you change your citizenship, you change your faith, you change your job, you change everything except yourself. And you are the one who gets tied down by everything. When you were in this place, Rishikesh, 40, 50 years back, Swamiji told us a nice, interesting story. You all must have heard it. It's not the first time I'm telling you, all must have heard it. One person, you are teaching, Swamiji was teaching us that Tattvabodha class, Vairagyam, dispassion. So he was telling that a person comes to the teacher in Rishikesh, to a teacher and says, please make me free. I want to be free from the samsara in the world of changes. I want to be free. The teacher says, okay, you come with me. So the teacher immediately started and the student is following him. But teacher knows the place, so he goes quickly, he just moves faster. Then at a little distance, suddenly the student hears a big noise, somebody shouting. And as he follows the sound, and what is the sound? The tree is not leaving me, the tree is not leaving me. And he goes, the tree is not leaving me. So he goes there and he sees his guru, to whom he had asked for liberation, freedom, to get out of the bondage of samsara. He goes there and this guru is holding onto the tree and he says, the tree is not leaving me, the tree is not leaving me. Now this fellow told, this is a cuckoo. Not a guru. Huh? What type of person he is telling tree is not leaving me? You went to him straight and say, Maharaj, how do you say that tree is not leaving you? You are the one holding on to the tree. He said, son, I have to tell you same thing. Which part of samsara holding on to you? Think for yourself. Which part of the creation is a sound, a touch, a taste, a smell, a sight, emotions? Nothing holds on to you. You hold on to it and then you say that the tree is not leaving me. The tree is not leaving you or you are holding on to the tree. At the same time, these stories are completely coming to my head because I am in this place now. That word Swamiji will always use, householder. You know that, right? He who holds is a holder. So one who holds the house is a householder, samsari, right? And then gives the example, like in Rishikesh itself. This is real fun being here. Rishikesh itself, there are nice examples. Those days when sadhus were dying, they shall throw them into Ganges. Not a simple dead body, but they'll wrap it up with the, what is that, blanket. Kali Kamli wala. They'll some type of a black blanket, they'll tie it down and throw it in the Ganges. So then, some other sadhus will be waiting down the line. They will, the moment they see it is floating, they go there. For them, they'll remove the dead body, take the blanket, dry it up and use it. No problem. So, but one sadhu, when went there, he is trying to take the blanket. Now suddenly, he sees the blanket is catching him. What is meaning? There is a black bear. He has jumped into the river, floating down the river. So he thought that bear is like a blanket. So the bear has got hold of me, bear hug, right? And he is not leaving me. That's true. But there, if you are holding, you went there to be caught. Did the bear come to catch you? You go there and get caught. And then you say the bear is not leaving me. Nothing in this universe catches us. We are holding on to it. That is why a right type of, these type of blaming other things, please friends, this type of blaming other things. My wife is my problem, my husband is my problem, my children are my problem, my government is my problem, my lover is my problem, my friend is my problem. No, nobody is your problem. You create everything problematic for yourself. You see that, friends. The teacher asked, you want to be free? Okay, show me your bondage. I shall make you free. Show me your bondage. Now what can he say? The teacher, student is sitting down there, flabbergasted. What is show me your bondage? And how do I show my bondage? He said, show me your bondage. You want to be free, so show me your bondage. If your hands are shackled, I'll unshackle you. If your legs are tied, I'll untie it. If your body is tied down somehow here and there, I shall untie it. Show me your bondage. You cannot show your bondage because bondage, if it is physical, somebody can tie you down. If mentally you are tied down, you are the one 100% responsible. If you are craving for sweet, is the sweet responsible? If you are depending on something, is that object responsible? This is a huge quantum leap to move from blaming the whole universe to come back to yourself. This type of Gita, when you study, that type of thing, he goes, boom, they go there, attacking. Attacking means, sort of challenging. Ask yourself, show me your bondage. You held everybody responsible. My mother is stupid, my father is stupid, my teachers are useless, my guru is like that, my boy is like, hey, what are you talking? Nobody ties you down. Nobody can tie you down. How do I get freedom? Shall we get the freedom? Or who is free? Who is looking for freedom? I am looking for freedom. Who is bound? I am bound. There is no bondage. Please understand, friends. Bondage by itself is not a problem. Thought by itself is not a problem. Unless you are stuck in it. You are getting yourself tied down. once this thought, if I ask you a question, friends, please. Do you think or thoughts come? These things you will not answer, you cannot answer unless you are observing. 5 hours have gone. I am not challenging, please, please, please. I am not challenging. You think for yourself. You have come to, where is your bondage, sir? Is it outside? In the Himalayas? In the Ganges? In the treetop? In the shop? Fruit shop? Gold shop? Nowhere. It's all here. Again, naturally, Swamiji place now, what shall I remember? Only him may remember. He will give a beautiful example. You must have again seen that. You see, he was teaching us one day in a class. You must have seen it. You see, people in India, they do that. They do that. My mother also was doing it. That's why I was laughing when Swamiji was talking like this. They will make a knot like this. Think of it. It's not like that. When my mother will be doing it, I will also playing with it. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Yeah, you shut up. I want to remember something. So that is why they put a knot. Then they forgot why that knot was created. Okay? Like sometimes you do keep things in your house in such a place that nobody will find. After some time, you yourself can't find. How fantastic it is. Anyway, so this is a knot, friends. Can you open it? All of you. Can you open it? Yes or no? Can you open it? Only 2-3 people can open. Can you open it? Thank you. Okay, now please see. When you say, very simple and so fantastic. When you say that you can open it, what does it mean? You have already opened it in your head. You have opened it in your head. So even though outside it looks like a nut, inside you have opened it. Whole universe is like that. You open it here. That is why self-knowledge, self-awareness, Atma-gyan. So that little thing is known, Atmanam jin vijaniyat, ayam asmiti purusha, kimichan, kasya kamaya, sarira manusajjure. If you know about yourself who you are, that is a $1 million, $1 trillion question. Yourself, if you know yourself as to who you are, kimichan, desiring what? Kasya kamaya, for whose sake? Sarira manusajjure. Unnecessarily you are torturing your body, your mind, and your world around. The focus on what? Who is bound? The world binds me. Please, switch off the phones, okay? Right. It cuts it up, no? Please. Just ask yourself, who binds you? Your body, does you have a sense of bondage? It will come in second, third verse, it will come. You better understand yourself because the whole material universe, Prithvi, Jalam, Agni, Vayu, all these things, you are not. None of these things. Look for bondage in the whole universe. Space is not bound. Space has no sense of bondage. Air has no sense of bondage. Fire has no sense of bondage. Water has no sense of bondage. Earth has no sense of bondage. Right or wrong? Your physical body made out of what? 5 elements. Pancha Mahabhuta Sarira, first class of the Sariram Kim, Stula Sariram Kim, Pancha Bhuta, Panchikruta, Pancha Mahabhuta, Ikrutam. This physical body made out of the 5 elements. Space, air, fire, water, earth. If you have a doubt, look at how the body dissolves. First, the air goes to air. As long as you are breathing, it is breath. The moment your breath becomes air, you are finished. There it is air. Here it is breath. The moment the breath becomes air, you are out. So air goes to air. After some time, the heat from the body goes away. Agni, fire goes away. Fire to fire. Body thanda ho gaya. It becomes cold. Then if you leave it for some time, because of the water content, it will start bloating, putrefaction. So if you put it in the electric furnace, the total dehydration, water goes back to water. On full of ashes, you are a 300 kilo person. Everything gone, only this much ashes is there. You are 5 kilos. Sprinkle it out, earth going to earth. When you are living with your body, 6 feet space you are occupied. When you are made into ashes, you are only maybe 6 inches or 1 foot space. Once you sprinkle it, space goes back to space. Everything goes back. If these elements by themselves have no sense of bondage, your body also will have no sense of bondage. So where is the bondage? Not in the physical universe, in your mind, in your thoughts. And these thoughts, please tell me, this is what I was going to ask you, come back. These thoughts, please ask yourself, do the thoughts come or you are thinking? If you observe these things only, you should appreciate. Or else, thought is not coming, thought is thinking. Don't, for God's sake, don't repeat anything. Completely repeat. Or else you will have all the load of information, as they say, Bharasya Vaha Natu Chandanasya. The donkey carries the heavy load of sandalwood. With the biggest nose, he doesn't enjoy the fragrance of the sandalwood, but only carries the load of the sandalwood. If you carry the information load, it's like a donkey. You carry the load of information, there is no fragrance in living. Why? Well, you don't know. Your thoughts are always in trouble, always telling thoughts are stupid, but you are always affected by thoughts. Who affects you? So these thoughts, are they coming or you are bringing it in? It comes. And helplessly you surrender to it. One day, too many stories coming up in my head. So if you don't like, tell me, I'll edit it. Simply I'm telling a joke, okay? See, one day Mullah, it was a summer night. Mullah was sleeping in the courtyard and his wife was sleeping inside the room. Suddenly in the night, there was a big noise and the wife ran out of the room. What happened? Only husband and wife, there is nothing else. Where from the sound is coming? So he come out and he asked Mullah, what happened? What happened? No, nothing. Nothing happened, such a big noise. Oh, you know my shirt. He had a long, loose shirt with it, that fell down. Mullah said, yes, I know I'm stupid. In your eyes, I'm totally stupid. But don't tell me the shirt falling down and such a big noise. I was inside it. A shirt falling down will not make a noise unless you are inside it. A thought by itself will never make a noise unless you are inside it. Your sense of identity is filled up by you. That engineering knowledge is not a problem. I am engineer is the headache. I am the lawyer. I am the PhD. I am this. I am an arm. Learn all this language, that language. Everything you can say. Loaded. So you tie yourself down by the thought or thoughts tie you down? Wealth ties you down. That is why just by changing, like the story I was telling now, you are a ray, you are born a chicken, raised a chicken, now you are a fish, right? Does it ever change anything, friends? So what do we do that? We are picking up new roles. Uneducated, now PhD. Unemployed, now with a job. So how it will change you? You are changing your habit, but you are not changing you. Are you getting that point, please? You are changing from vegetarian to non-vegetarian or non-vegetarian to vegetarian. You are changing from one language to another language, changing from one dress to another dress. How are you changing? The person who is going in and through the role, the dresses, is the same person. You are a crook. You are a terrorist. You have 10 passports. So, American passport will make you American. Indian passport will make an Indian. Passports you can change, but terrorist is one fellow, na? Same thing also individuality. That is why when he says that, I want to be free. As long as you are holding everything else is responsible, you shall not be free. But the same type of advice will be given to you. What advice? I want to be free. I want to get the knowledge. Vairagyam, how shall I get vairagya, dispassion? Then, what type of advice you give to a child? Have you not seen when the child is going and you are following the child? Suppose the child falls down. Think, the child falls down and cries. What do? Do you hit the child? No. What's the lips say? You hit the floor. Hey, baby fell down. Bad boy, bad boy. You hit the floor. Child is very happy. Because you don't blame the child. But if you blame the child, child cannot take it. How many people can take the challenge that you are stupid? That you are goofing up your life? One thought. Why the children have no problem? When a child is born, think friends, when a child is born, what happens? A child is born. Suppose a child is born blind. Will you bury him dead as dead? The child is deaf. Will you bury him? Child is handicapped, no hands, no legs. Will you bury him? No. The child cannot see because eyes are not there. Child cannot hear because the ears are not there. Child cannot speak, maybe something wrong with the tongue. Child cannot walk or crawl because of the hands and legs are not there. The child is alive. Alive means what? Conscious. That is why when the child is born, if he makes no noise, what did the doctor do? Hold upside down. If the fellow is inside pain, you'll start crying. Then you know he's alive. Conscious. To be alive means what? To be with eyes, then blind man will be unconscious. With the ears, then deaf will be unconscious. What makes you alive? And there is no identity, no thoughts. Does the child have a thought? What type of thought he has got? I sense he has got? Helplessly we are born conscious. Then we are given certain roles. And that is what is, I was telling, the child when he is born, he is given a name, given a faith, given a citizenship, identity by my father, I am your father, is your mother, your brother, sister, all these things. Every definition, every identity they impose, given us. Then what happens? Whole life you are defending the identity that was not your choice. Are you really getting that point, sir? Whole life we are defending an identity over which you have no choice. I am condemned to a name, boy, girl, or some name. But name is not the thing. See this flower is here. This is what Dahlia, Ginnia, whatever you know that. Think of it. Because of what is this? You say the flower. It's a name, right? Because of the flower, the name the flower existing, or because it existing, you are giving it a name. Name doesn't create anything. Essentially, everything in this universe is nameless. Everybody, everything is nameless. So because of the name flower, the flower doesn't exist. If that much you understand, suppose I ask you, who are you? How shall you start? How shall you start? Who are you? How will you start? How will you start? If you give a full answer in a full sentence, how will you start? Who are you? How will you start? Huh? Talk a little loud. Who are you? How will you start? I am. Universal first name. There is no woman I, female I, male I, Indian I, American I, Australian I, believers I, non-believers I. Your first name. Now because of name you are existing, or because you are existing you are giving it yourself a name. Names do not create existence. Existence is named. And your first name is I. Listen carefully. Why? You are announcing I am, ahamasmi, sadabhami, kadachit naham. What amazing dimensions in our scriptures, friends. Meant for the entire humanity. It's not a Hindu scripture, Indian scripture. Human beings. For everybody. First name for everybody is I. And that is the one which creates every type of problem. That the body is born is not a problem. I am born is a problem. Ask yourself, is the physical body continuously changing, aging and dying? Right? The physical body continuously changing, aging, dying. Is the body afraid of death? I am aging. I am changing. I am dying. Who whispers inside? Who does that? The body is not imposing its aging nature on you. The dying nature of the body is not imposed upon you. You are dragging. Aging, changing, dying. I. In a deep sleep, absolutely fun. Total fun. Why? There is no I. So everybody loves sleep. Doesn't matter when a plane, train, anybody, a stranger's shoulder also. Why? You are not there now. Think of it. One thought. That there is a thought is not a problem. I am thinking is the problem. Right or wrong, sir? Either riches is there a problem because they're rich, or I am rich is the problem. Does the Kohinoor thinks I'm the richest diamond in the world? The owner thinks. One thought, one idea. That is why, friends, we'll see all that very beautiful. When you have time, 5 hours, why is it given? Please go around wherever you want to go. But you have not come to see places. You can see the places also. You have come from somewhere, everybody, you have invested your time, you have invested your resources. For what? It's not a holiday. You have not come to see the places. You can see the places also, but see yourself first. That's absolutely important. Because if you don't do that, you shall go back with a little more baggage. I saw Rishikesh. Beautiful place. Ashram, what food? What beautiful ambience. Chanting, singing, what puja, what nice, was so nice. Everybody is so wonderful. Gangavad, Himalayan sea. So you added some more memories to your life and go back and be miserable there. I'm not in Rishikesh, I can't go everywhere there. Where is your living place, friend? Where do you live? Ask yourself, where do you live? Not even in your village. Not even in your country or continent. You live inside your body. In your thought. And where do the thoughts live? Your thoughts. Can somebody else be conscious? So what is your residence? Residence is where you live, right? L-I-V. Residence is where you live. You think house is your residence? Huh. The extension of your body. This physical body, you are living in this body. Even this body are you living? This body also is a residence like a home. You have got your home, you have got windows, you have got doors, different types of windows, all doors of perception, windows of perception, same thing also in this physical body. All the sense organs, windows and doors of perception. You take the world into yourself. These are Tattva classes. Those of you by chance not heard those things may feel like I'm jumping, but no, friends. I take it for granted that you have been listening for a long time. So these are the doors and windows of perception. Through this eyes, I see and take the sight into the world. When you see something, friends, when you see perception, your sense organs, Indayanti, Bodhayanti, the Indriyani, that in whose presence you see, you hear, you touch, you taste, you smell. Everything that you see becomes a thought. Every perception comes with a sensation also. You listen to something, little sensation. You touch something, little sensation. You taste something, little sensation. You smell something, little sensation. You see something, little sensation. So with the perception, sensations are involved. And immediately the perception becomes an impression. That impression is that thought is there. If I say, do you know my village? What shall you say? No. Why? Because my village thought is not in your head. Can I say your village, your grandfather? No. That is why whatever thoughts are not in your head is not your problem. That is why everybody is Paropadesha Panditya. Paropadesha Panditya means total dexterity in advising others. Total dexterity, absolutely. Hey, you should not do that. The fellow's marriage is much destroyed, but he'll tell them how to marry and manage. And many of these management consultants are like that. They can never be a worker somewhere, somebody's factory, but they advise how to be there in every group. How? You can't function. Very, very important, friends. Impressions are there. And when these impressions are there, the thoughts are there, what happens? What drives you crazy? The object outside or the thoughts inside? Does the object pull you or the thoughts push you? Thoughts push whom? One thought, I thought. But you are not comfortable with that. So you are busy removing the thought. Especially nowadays, the meditation campaign, meditation means thought-free, empty your mind. That is why Swamiji is going so heavily on wonderful things. Manage. Understand yourself. The thoughts are not a problem. So I must remove every thought. Do you know what will happen then? You will go back and tell, I was there, it was very nice. No thoughts are there. Now back home, every thought is back and you are again troubled. Because you don't understand. Are you getting that point, friends? Please. One little thing you have to understand, you understand very clearly is your thoughts. That is why, please, whenever you have no time, I mean, there's a big gap among the classes, whether 1 or 2, 3, 4 hours time is there. If you like, please go back, write down certain points which you like. You see it, think over it, write down. Even if you want, I can correct it also, no problem. You don't have to do that, it's not exam time. For your sake, take a thought and see that and observe it for yourself. Observation is very important. There was a doctor, he was, especially medicine. He was a very good professor. It is somebody's life history. He's a very good professor. And he asked the children, today I'm going to show you something, please observe. Okay, so what happened? He brought one little pot, small pot, glass jar. And then what he did, he put in his hand, put his finger and licked it. So he asked the students, please take it. When the students took that pot, held in that pot, they were suffocated. Stinking nonsense inside that pot. So they are all struggling. Oh boy, how to do that? And then put it and also leak it up. Oh boy, that's not possible. But professor is head of the department. How can you say? So everybody, how they quickly should go. Then the professor at the end of it said, why are you all resisting like that? Why are you all suffering like that? You are, sir, asking this nonsense, who can hold this garbage in the hand, then also put in a hand and lick it also? Oh no. He said, but I asked you, observe. Did you observe? I took the pot, I put my ring finger and licked my little finger. Friends, it's not, it's a beautiful, interesting stuff. How many of you really observe your own thought? You are very busy observing. Somebody told you to come in time, never came in time. Somebody asked him to sit down 5 minutes before, no. Eating, going again and again, getting roti also. How come you take 4 rasgulas, 4 badusa, yesterday was badusa, okay. How can you eat like that? Everybody is busy observing others. Everybody is busy observing others. This fellow is always shouting in the Adhishtanam. That fellow is always on the Ganges side. What do they get out of it? What do you get out of it? Oh, that fellow is talking. He is talking like that. Please, friends, tell me. That somebody talks is your problem or your reaction to that is your problem? What creates your problem? What the other person talks or your action? Your reaction. You are busy asking, shut up, don't do that. But why don't you ask, why am I reacting? Why am I reacting? How many people can think like that? Because we are so comfortable that everybody else should change. I am comfortable. Every person should change so that I don't have to change and I become very comfortable. Sir, it will never happen. Please understand. We may work together, but you shall work for yourself. We can eat together, but each one has to eat for himself. We sleep together, but everybody sleeps for himself or herself. We may swim together, but everybody must swim for himself. We can live together, but we have to live for ourselves. You can't live for somebody. Nobody can live for you. No, Guru Maharaj, I have come, you take care of it. Why didn't Krishna do that? Did Krishna fight Arjuna's battle? What is it? I am going to hold that chariot. You fight your battle. How fantastic. But what the person says, Krishna will fight my battle. Very nice. Get with that delusion, no problem. He has nothing else to do but fight your battle only. Then why did he teach 15? This is where people should understand. You mean to say Krishna didn't have a shortcut? Touch him between the eyes, put in his top of his head, pull his leg, little mayura, that, what is that? Peacock feather, and peacock feather and tickle him a little bit here and there. Why didn't you do that, Shaktipat? Hey, you don't worry about it. You believe in it if it works for you, no problem. But you mean to say Krishna didn't have the capacity to 17 chapters wasting time in the war time? He would have just said, open your eye. Ooh, let's go. Did it happen? You think. And 17 chapters he taught. At the end of it, what Krishna says? Did you understand anything? I told you this clearly. Did you understand? And what Arjuna says? Nashta moha smriti labdha. His delusion is gone. I got back my memory. Meaning, it was always with me. I didn't know. Karishya vachanam tava. I shall do whatever you like. And what Krishna said? Appa, now I have got a donkey. Karishya vachanam. Whatever I say, he will do it. So I can ride this donkey wherever I like. No. Etat asheshena vimrushya. Think it over. Yatha ichhashi tatha tu. As you choose, you do. You don't become somebody's donkey. Understand, friends? Amazing wisdom. How long can you do that? So you have to think it over. Go back and think it over. Is it only in Upanishads, Vedas, Vedantas? No. The other day, sometime place I had gone somewhere for a program. And that Amma was very, very nice. We gave very nice food. Wonderful, always you get best food when you go somewhere. Then naturally, why me? Anybody. When you go to some places, they invite you, they give you best of the food. Then at the end of the 7 days, naturally, the program is over. Swamiji, you are going to go tomorrow? I said, yes, I had come 1 week back, so I have to go tomorrow. Why don't you stay here? I said, yeah, that will be nice. Tell me for what? So that you can teach, talk is so nice, you please be here. I said, yes, ma, your food is absolutely fantastic. Why don't you come with me to Madras? I have to eat the best food. I must learn cooking from you. Because you can't leave up everything and come. If you have to understand these things, make it your own. Unless you make it your own, who shall help you, friends? Nobody can live for you. Nobody can die for you. Nobody can think for you. You have to think for yourself. You must. There is no choice. And this is what exactly I shall tell you now. They do not blame like children. Children what? Children for them what? Who did it? He did it. She did it. So you hit them. So child feels very comfortable. No, please think, friends. He says, Katham jnana avapnoti. How do I get this knowledge? Katham muktim bhavishyati. How I will be liberated? Please, friends, think of it. Does the liberation wants liberation or individual wants liberation? Immortality wants immortality or mortality wants it? Vakratvam, crookedness, avakratvam, straightforward. What is the distance between Vakra and Avakra? What is the distance between a dust and the universe? The same point where you are seeing the limitation of a dust, the same dust, that is the limitlessness of the universe. The same little wave, you see the limitation of a wave continuously rising and falling, in same wave, The content is the ocean is dancing away. What is the distance between limited and limitless? What is the distance between point and the universe? What is the distance between sound and silence? What is the distance? The same spot where you are dancing, jumping, agitating yourself, to be restful, shall you go to another place or stay there? Do you understand? Now I am shouting, "Oh, like that. Swamiji, can we stop talking?" The same spot where there is silence, the same spot there is sound. Who creates the sound? Who talks? Does your body talk? Your body doesn't talk. If you say body talk, it's like telling this fellow talks. What does this fellow do? What is this? Is microphone. What is his job? Amplify. This is amplify. If I switch it off, switch it on, so this is speaking or amplifying? Straight example, sir. This is not speaking. Or if the speech is good, give it a flower. Oh, good, you are a good speaker, wonderful. Or the speech is bad, throw some eggs and potatoes, No, you're a vegetarian class, so potatoes, no eggs. Anyway. So shall you throw at this or the speaker? Think now, this body also is like an amplifier. The body doesn't speak unless you choose to speak through your body. Let it speak, you choose not to speak. It amplifies. Your body amplifies. Amplifies what? Your thoughts. Just getting. As long as it is thought, nobody knows anything, nobody sees anything, you are free. But the moment you speak it out, how do you speak it out? Your body amplifies. And you can be very smart in that. Your thinking is something, speaking is something. You don't do that, but most people do it. Again, are you getting that point? Everybody. You think something, you speak something. You know somebody is innocent, you doom, destroy him. Why? Because you have got some motives. You know the person is a crook, but he is a governor's son. So everything comes down. Friends, please think. Your every speech, you speak it out. Is it true? Principle. Anything that you speak was a thought. Right or wrong? Anything that you speak was a thought. Every thought, do you speak? You are walking in front of you, there's a football going, big fat man. How do you say, hey, football? Will you say, hey, football? Ha! You can't do that. Thought comes. Just like speech. Understand, speech doesn't mean speech. Speech also is an action. Speech is an action. Get out. Right. You don't speak. Body language. You don't speak. But this also conveys. Get out. This action of your body, hands and legs, is again expression of a thought. Every thought can be an action. But every action is definitely was your thought. But every thought you don't act on. See, if you are not acting on your every thought, friends, please think. If you are not acting on your every thought, if you are not speaking out every thought, what does it mean? You are continuously editing. How do you edit your thought? Unless you are conscious of your thoughts. Is it that difficult? The more you observe, friends, the fantastic. Then this knowledge becomes wow. Oh boy. When you have so much of freedom, you don't know what to do. So much of freedom. When we were studying in English literature, there was a nice poem. Leisure. Leisure is, what is this life full of care? So much of time, nothing to stare. That is how average person cries. What is this life full of care? So much responsibility, care, no time to stand. What is this life full of no time to stand and stare? There's nothing to, no time to even stand and look at the Ganges, look at the mountains. Well, your head is killing you, hitting you all the time. When you understand this, you can change the poem. I did that. What is this life without care? So much of time and nothing to stare. Because you're so leisurely. If a thought doesn't bug you, nobody in this universe can bug you. Right or wrong, friends? If a thought doesn't bug you, nobody in the universe can bug you. Do you know why? For somebody to bug you, they must plant a thought in your head. They must plant a thought. Have you not seen people talking nonsense, gossip? You know what happened? I went to market. I saw your husband talking to somebody. Oh, let's forget it, don't worry about it. You have already planted the seed. You have already planted the seed for the wife. That I saw your husband talking to somebody. Mas, you are so innocent. The gossip masters. So now the people are very prompt to pick up the gossips. Very prompt, as they say. By the time the truth ties his lace, the falsehood has gone halfway around the world. Gossip spread faster. Falsehood spreads faster. You ask yourself, when somebody asks you, how is that boy? How long it takes to say, stupid, he is absolutely useless. By chance the person is good. Will you say that? You will never say that. Do you know why? Because if I say somebody is good, I will make myself stupid, worse. Only a absolutely confident person who sees the truth himself in truth everybody, he can say everybody is fantastic. Like that story you say in Duryodhana was sent in the Mahabharata. Find out a good boy. He never found one good man in the Hastinapura. Ask that Yudhishthira, go and find a good man. He said, a bad man? He said, no. बुरा जो देखने मैं चला मुझसे बुरा न कोई बुरा जो देखने मैं चला बुरा न मिलेगा कोई. I wanted to see some stupid people. Nobody is stupid. The fact that I was looking for bad people, I am the stupidest, the baddest. Good English, don't worry. I get a point. Think of it, friends. This is something you planned. Because restless. You listen to these things. 1 hour can you not sit down? 1 hour, that's late. 10 minutes. And what better places you can have? Adhishtanam is there. Temple is there. Ganges bank is there. Himalaya is there. The most picturesque, celestial, divine ambience. But sitting down here, you can see the people. BD. Some people come here for romance. Do that romance. No, Himalaya doesn't care whether you are romancing or killing. They don't worry about it. It's all yours. You see it for yourself. So whenever there is a class is over, please go back and think for yourself. Because thoughts. Thoughts are not a problem. Because, as I told you, mouth, your body cannot speak. It's an amplifier. Unless you speak, nobody will know what is in your mind. Don't try to cuckoo. I know how to read mind, shut it up. One fellow was talking like that. In long back, in that time in America, there is a, all that lottery, by lotto prize, 100 million, 100 million it goes. And one person was telling, oh, I can read the mind. One person had come, I'm not telling a joke. So my student friend, somebody there, says, Swami, one fellow can read the mind. You want to see? I said, of course, who doesn't want to see the jokers? I must go. Come, let's go. What is the read the mind? Go there. I said, his people around say, hey, he can tell you what is happening tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I said, very good. Today is Monday. Wednesday night, they are going to play lotto. You do one thing. Give me the numbers. Lotto numbers. Because you can see future, no? Give me the lotto numbers. And don't we say that Swamiji is very greedy. I will not touch a paisa from that. Whatever comes is yours. I am just want to enjoy the achievement. It's all yours. What nonsense. Can he do that? And he is reading everybody's mind. And you also believe in that. It's like people go there trying to empty their mind. If you empty your mind, friend, think of it. Can you walk out of this place? Suppose to be enlightened means all the thoughts are gone. Class is over, you are all stuck, and a whole ashram, you are a responsibility. Because you have to take care of people who are now enlightened. They can't think, they can't go, they can't move. What a headache. All the camps will stop. Swami, are you getting that point? Thoughts are not a problem. Emptying your thought has nothing to do with, please. Thoughts are there. If you know how to use it, super. You don't know how to use it, useless. Please tell me anything absolutely good and bad. Water, good or bad? If you know swimming, water is a sport. If you don't know swimming, you're a graveyard. Your mistake or water's mistake? Water only drowned me, and nothing else we have to do. If you know how to write, you write best thing. Nach na jane angan teda. The fellow doesn't know how to dance, and he says, the stage is not all right. You don't know how to speak, and speakers are not all right. Oh, I see. Why are you blaming? You don't know how to live, and blame your body, blame the world, blame God, blame everybody except you. That is where that quantum leap back to yourself. Boy, why is it so? Where is the source of the problem? That there is a thought is not a problem, friends. I'm thinking is a problem. That there is a creation is not a mystery. That I am there, therefore it's a mystery. Right or wrong? If you are not there, anything is a mystery? Creation is not a mystery to itself. Creator is not a mystery to himself. This is what Swamiji had told. What do they know about God? I'll tell them what it is. Wow, nothing could have been better. Started with us, who you are. Not what the God is. How does it matter to me what God is? Who cares? If I am not there, nothing matters to me. Right or wrong, friends, it's not a disrespect for anything. In your presence, everything is a problem. So which one you should understand? Problem or you? One sir, no sir, I should not tell that joke. I was changing the name. No, sorry sir, don't, because some people, don't feel bad about it. So one person went to a doctor. The doctor said, boy, what's your problem? My whole body is paining. Whole body is paining. What do you mean whole body is paining? Touch your thighs. Oh. Touch your knees. Oof, oof. Touch your stomach. Ayyo. Pain, pain, pain. The doctor was standing behind him. He can't reach his back. So the doctor touched his back. Spine. Paining? No. What about the neck? No. He says, stupid, your hand is wounded. Your finger is wounded. With an wounded finger, whatever you touch will be painful. With a wounded mind, wounded ego, wounded mind, whatever you touch will be painful. But do you think they all should change? Everybody should change? No. Krishna never said, change Duryodhana, change Karna, change everybody. No, you know yourself. Asocyananno sochastam. Do not grieve for a thing that is not to be grieved. How long can you do that, friends? So, that confusion, where is that? In the world. Look for a confusion outside. Have you seen emotions walking there? We'll come to that emotion now. So, as long as you are thinking that I must do something to be liberated, I must do something to be free, I should be Vairagi, I should be total dispassionate. And he gives an example. The heart is not in Ashtavakra Gita, the heart is not in explaining those things. Because people who come to Ashtavakra Gita, they are supposed to be already known very clearly things. It's just one verse. Tattvaboda, Adhisthana, what is that? Sadhana Chatushta Adhikari, elaborate and should be. Because as a child, we are been blaming everything. Therefore, we should see elaborately how nothing is wrong with the body. Nothing is wrong with the creation. That is how they are. Then you see, oh, I was pushing everything onto them. Now I must understand myself. Here, they don't waste time on that. They are talking about, he says, Mukti michhati chettata. Oh son, if you really want to be liberated, Vishayan Vishavatyaja. You will see that so beautiful. May you give up the Vishaya, the sense objects. Sound, touch, taste, smell, sight. It sounds very nice to everybody. That means I am not problem. These Vishayas are problems. So give up the Vishaya. Oh. Then there is a competition. Who is a greater renunciate, who is a lesser renunciate, right? Vishayan Vishavatyaja. Give up, all you give up those things. First thing, friends, to give up something, it must be yours, right? To give up something. If it is not yours, can you give it up? We will enjoy this ashram. Everybody enjoy this ashram. Those days it was, example was better. Nowadays it is not there. Because when Swamiji was here, the whole place was empty from here to Shivananda Ashram. There is nothing. We are coming from that, what is that, Andhra Ashram to this place. Swamiji will be not meant. We will be there. Playing and dancing and jumping over that, the whole place, there is nothing except 2-3 streams. Can you believe that? Now you don't know where this road going. Now, the whole thing was like that. So, that time is only one place, so somebody can come and tell some. You want that 5 acres land adjacent to your whatever you have occupied with us, whoever purchasing, whoever stays, that is his property. So, we want the 5 acres. Even now, suppose somebody comes and says, hey, there is an empty space adjacent to ashram, you want to, you take it. Oh, thank you so much. Is it yours? It's not mine, but you take it. What type of donation is that? How can you give something which is not yours? Now give up the world. Name one object you brought. Kya laya tha jo kho diya? Name one object that you brought and came. You can say it is yours. Name one object. You may say it is yours, but the object doesn't respect it. Your car is parked there. Anybody opens it, goes. The car says, hey, his car, don't touch me. Your diamond, somebody steals it. Will the diamond say, no, don't. I'm her diamond, his diamond, don't touch. Will you say? Nothing and nobody in this universe feels owned. And you try to own a person, he'll kick you and go away. Only human being, you want an ownership. Strange. At least if you own this fellow will not mind it. Because there is nothing to fight. I don't belong to you. He won't say anything. That is why people love pets. Pet industry is a $1 billion, $1 trillion industry. Why? You want the dog? Nice, play with it. You don't like it? Put him in the door and go. And you come back, he'll jump on you. Will you get angry? 2 days you put me inside that, you are gone, don't come to me. Will you say that? Try to do that with another human being. Come here when I went, get away when I don't want. What will happen? You think I'm your pet? That's what it is. Disaster. Human beings can create disaster. Nothing else in this universe. But each person blames the other one. For God's sake, look back at yourself. The question is not why that thought is coming. The question is not why this incident is happening. The question is, why am I reacting? Who is reacting? I. If you don't see it, friends, simply listen and go away. Yeah, you can do that. Time is yours, freedom is yours. You have decided to come and go, choice is yours. But if you really want to see, look inside how these things take place. So when he says, Mukti michhati tata, oh son, if you really want to be liberated, Vishayan Vishavatyaja. That's a beautiful line which every child would like to listen. Give up this Vishaya, Vishinodi, Vadhanati, the Vishaya, that which as though ties you down, as though. No object ties you down. You get yourself tied down. Like you hold the tree doesn't hold you. You hold on to a car doesn't hold you. You hold on to a diamond doesn't hold you. You hold on to a position doesn't hold on to you. You want to desperately hold on to youth passes. You want to hold on to everything. You don't understand, it's so fragile. Whatever you are trying to hold on, it slips between your fingers. You can't. Like air, catch it. Tasyaham nigrahamanye vayuriva suduskaram. Oh Bhagavan, Lord, Arjuna says, no, you want me to chanchalam him and Krishna. You are telling, you should have a beautiful mind. When the lamp protected all sides from the breeze, how the flame stands steady. That is how the wise person, everyone always steady. Is that steadiness is not the absence of thought. Steadiness is himself. Can the space be disturbed by the cyclone, tornado? Can it be burned down by the breeze? I mean, what is that? Fire? Can it be swept away by the water? Element, that level itself, space is space. Can't be swept away, can't be cut down. Ainam chindanti sastrani, ainam dahati pavaka. The space cannot be cut down, cannot be drowned, cannot be swept away. Why? It's as it is. Move on to yourself. Can any thought destroy the consciousness? Can a word take out the silence? Sound? Can a sound take out the silence? Same type of example. Don't say silence is Brahman, for God's sake. It's an example. Sound begins, sound ends. Silence. Thoughts begin, thoughts end. So don't try to catch the thought. Be yourself. Thought finished. You're already counteracted it because you are not meddling with it now. Are you getting that point, sir? Don't blame thoughts, for God's sake. Don't blame your body. Don't blame anything in this universe. Don't blame anything. That fellow is bugging. Nobody can touch you unless you grab it for yourself. A sadhu was one day traveling. Young man, wise man. And he had been surrounded by some disciples. And as they were walking down, collecting some alms in the village, there are some rascals always in the villages, everywhere. So they started throwing all type of abusive words towards the sadhu. This fellow is young, capable, but look at the fellow living like a parasite, depending on others, hoodwinking these people, destroying this youth. The disciples were wow, they were already, they are already boiling inside. But Guru is there, no? So can't say anything. Then they quietly ask him, Maharaj, if you can give us permission, we just smash them up. The Guru smiled and he had a kamandalu in the hand. He said, take this kamandalu. Guru's things usually disciples don't use. Like your parents' thing, why should you use? So Guru's thing you are not supposed to use. Respect. So when he's giving, naturally nobody touched it. Then he said, look, this kamandalu, to whom does it belong? Sir, it is yours. I was giving you, yes. If you would have taken, to whom does it belong? To us, sir. Now that you did not take it, to whom does it belong? Of course to you, sir. These fellows there, they were giving so many things to me. I did not take anything. Just don't make it a story. You tell the story to surprise everybody, impress everybody, but then suppose somebody tells you, you told the story, I had it before. You are out. Because the credit is not given to you. Don't be jealous. From the high table, the sermon comes. Don't be jealous. Love everybody. But if they don't believe in you, kill them. How nice. Don't be jealous. Then you go to another place. Suppose you listen to somebody else's discourse and you come back and tell him, Maharaj, yesterday what you were talking is very nice. But I went after your talk, I went to somewhere else. And that person, brilliant. From next moment onward, you shall be persona non grata. You shall not be wanted in his presence. Why? How can you praise somebody in my presence? No jealousy, right? For God's sake, friends, see that. Don't tell that story. Leave that story. Leave. If the person says, let them speak. Why? He has nothing else to do. Let him speak. How does it matter to me? That the place is quiet because you say so, or because the place is quiet, you are talking like that. That there is a thought because you are saying, or because there is a thought you are speaking about it. That you are conscious because somebody tells you, or because you are it, therefore they reveal it to you. Who you are, if it is revealed by the scriptures, traditions, gurus, wise people, because they say, therefore I am infinity. There are many countries and continents. Geography book talks about it. Because of the book, the countries and continents exist. Because of the cosmology, all the stars and planets and galaxies are existing. And because they are existing, the book that writes about is cosmology. Because they are writing about the earth, that is why the earth, the geography. Because the geography book, earth is not round, or there are so many different countries. So no person is authority. No book is authority. Same thing about yourself. That is why it is so unauthoritative. You are who you are, not because a book says so. Because you are who you are, book says so. You are who you are not because some person says so. Because you are that, that's what says so. Suppose you are not that, however much I may tell you, will you become like that? That is you are telling in the morning. The moment you are stepping into the class, you are bringing yourself and coming, friends. There is no question of giving somebody an impossible idea in his head that very few people shall know. No. And people will quote also Bhagavad Gita. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavanam prapadyate. After many, many births. Manushyanam sahasresu kaschiti yadati siddhaye. Think of it. Giving somebody asked me that question, I was giving him an interpretation. Manushyanam sahasresu kaschiti yadati siddhaye. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavanam prapadyate. Friends, you mean Bahunam janma means birth after birth after birth? Some million births? No. Please think, in this birth itself, every moment is a new birth. Any moment you could have been dead or no? One retired director of an engineering college, he was attending a class, very old man, very nice man. He had his wife, was so sweet there. He had gone now 30, 40 years back. One day he came and gave me a chocolate. I said, yeah, what is the special? He said, Swamiji, my second birthday. I said, what? What is the second birthday? Now, first time I'm listening, is the second birthday. I said, what is the second birthday? 3 years back, my wife was cutting some vegetables there. Retired people, very nice people, very organized, cutting the vegetables. And she asked me to get some water from the fridge. I went to the fridge. I opened it. When I opened it, short circuit. My hand is stuck. I can't speak. I'm just, shivering. Lucky my wife saw it. Here, she ran and switched off that switch. He fell down. He said, Swamiji, had she not seen it, what would have happened? I would have been dead. So this is my second birthday. That triggered this idea. Every moment, friends, you are a new life. Bahunam Janman does not mean one after another, one after another. If you believe that, it's fine, nothing wrong. At least there is a hope, no, this is a hopeless case. Even after a million births, one day you will be liberated because you are already liberated. No problem. Bahunam Janmanam does not mean thousands of years. Every moment you are born. Are you not born into a thought every moment? And every thought is giving you a new identity. Are you not? Angry? Anger. Hateful? Hateful. Jealousy? Jealousy. Happy? Happy. Exciting? Excitable. How many roles you are playing? Every moment. New birth. New roles. When you are tired of these roles, somebody said to you, hey, you are none of these roles, sir. You better understand yourself. So usually we blame that. And that is why this, Kshama, Arjava, all these emotions. Now we'll go into that. Emotions. Emotions are also, friends, please understand, it is not something which catches you. No emotion can catch you. First thing first, friends. Don't say, anger catches me. Answer a simple question, friends. Tell me first, who creates your emotion? Think. Even you can't go into that generalization. A thought creates. No. Thought also is as innocent as anything. Please understand. You saw this flower? The rose is very beautiful. Okay, just think of it. Nobody wants it. Do you want it? I don't know. Simply I'm telling joke. Anyway, anything, think, friends. Is there an emotion on this flower? Is it beautiful? Is it ugly? You may say beautiful, but somebody say ugly. Take this stupid flower out of my sight. Why? In your first encounter with your lover, beloved, or with whom you are going to have a nice relationship, she or he gave you this flower. So this flower has got a special place in your life. Now you are divorced. And somebody gives you this flower. Take the devil out of my sight. Why? Why suddenly it becomes devil? Because it reminds you things you don't want to remember. Think of it, friends. The game. So this flower. Is there an emotion here? No emotion. Now, first time you see this, nice. You say nice. And then what happens is, first thought is knowledge. Okay, first thought is knowledge. This is not natural. This is, it's good. Something I'm trying to make it. But you like this. You like this. Everybody must be liking, Rudraksh here. No, it's so nice. Okay, this is Rudraksh. You like, oh, small one, nice one, right? Okay, you like it. So your thought has gone. Nice. Suppose you had not seen a small Rudraksh. For you, the first thought is knowledge. Suppose I would have asked, have you seen small Rudraksh? No, I have always seen the big ones. I have never seen one. Okay, this one. So cute. You say that, right? Listen carefully. So cute. Who's saying? Your mummy? Your father? Your friends? No. You say, very cute. Next thought, I like it. Vishayan dhyayato pumsaha. You go on building on it. I want it. So who creates the emotion out of an object? Who creates an object? The first thought. A thought is not an emotion. A thought is knowledge. So don't ever fight with your thoughts for God's sake, for your sake. Then you say, oh, I like it, I love it, I want it. Yes. So when you Vishaya and Dhyayata, when you go on dwelling upon it, Sangha, very intimate you become with that thought. Now the more intimate you become a thought, it becomes a desire. Thought by thought, you create a desire. You create. The moment that thought becomes desire, the object of thought is desirable. Are you getting that point? When you convert the thought of an object to a desire, the object becomes desirable. That is what you want, I don't want. What I want, you don't want. Because you don't convert it to a desire. Are you getting that point? So it becomes desirable. So who builds your emotion? Thought by thought. Listen, this house is so big house. But out of what? Brick. A brick is not a house. A brick is not a wall. But brick by brick, you create a wall. Right or wrong? A brick is not a wall. It may be the first brick, it may be. But a brick is not a wall. Brick by brick, you are building a wall and then build a house. You are not demolishing the house. Take away all the bricks, house goes away. Thought by thought, you build emotions. Emotions don't enter into right away. You build it. Somebody who doesn't build it, for him is not a problem. Thought by thought, you build that emotion. When somebody says, don't desire, listen carefully, that's the most useless advice ever you can get. Don't desire. What do you don't desire? Give up your object. What? Give up your thought. What nonsense are you talking? If you are there, you will start creating it again. Are you getting that point? When you are there, you shall start creating again. With building thought, you thought you are stupid. Now when you, suppose the thought is gone, now I am very strong. That will be another trip. Think. You are a non-vegetarian, you are proud. Now you are vegetarian also, you are holy. Think of it. Some nonsense comes up. Thought by thought, you create the emotion. So can you say, give up the emotion or give up the builder? Please think. Whom should you give up? Should you give up or should you understand? Don't give up the I. Why should you give it up? Use it. At this moment, how are you using the I ahankar? Aham karomi. I do, I do, I do. Legs walking, the fellow says, I walk. Eyes seeing, the ahankar says, I see. Because the eyes see, therefore you say, I see. Or because you say, I see, therefore you I see. Are you getting that point? Activities are taking place not because of I, ahankar, Because it is activities are taking place, you are grabbing it. Heart is pumping. Does it need your help? But when it's not pumping, oh, I don't know what to, no. Everything it owns up. You are fat, it owns up. You see, it owns up. You hear, it owns up. Aham karomi ti buddhi. I do. Who does? The eyes are not proud. The riches are not proud. I am rich. You are proud. Positions are not proud. Arrogance comes to not the object. Arrogance comes to you. I. So thought by thought. So the advice, give up the objects, very easy said. Nobody can do it. That is why you pretend. You pretend that I have given up. But you have not given up. It's all inside your head. Whom are you cheating? And should you give up your thought? No. If you give up your thought, how are you going to live in this world? Use it. Learn how to use it. Water. Because somebody died, so let the water disappear. There are two children in a school. One day, one boy came to tell the other boy, my cousin brother died in the pool, so I'm not going to swim. So the other child says, true, my grandfather died on the bed. I am not going to sleep on the bed anymore. Do you understand that? How do you blame anything in life? Rather, the more they tell you, give up this subject, give up this, give up that, you have a conflict inside. Do not understand. These do's, don'ts are not advice. See the mechanism. See the mechanism. How it happens. This was not a desire. This is just a flower. You see a man or woman in the street, desiring? Huh? There are 8 billion people. How many people you desire? You don't even know 8 people. Out of that 7, 8 people, half are dismissed. Something somewhere. Then one person, maybe she or he doesn't matter. Somehow a thought comes, very nice. She's good. He's a good. First thought. Then you start building. Who creates the attraction for the object? Did the object tell you? No. But advertisers destroy us. What does the advertisers do? They push the thought. They push the thought. LG, life is good. Samsung, what is that? Nokia, just do, Nike, just do it. Wow, man. So everybody is crazy about Nike. What is that Nike can cover which Bata cannot cover? And it's fancy dress competition when you see this diamond, this $5 million, 100 crore. Why they do that, God only knows. Let the fellow have it. Why not? But why should it be propagandas? Everybody should see that. It creates unnecessary, because very powerful suggestions given you. You know what is advertisement? Advertisement means not only they make you know it, but persuade you to purchase it. Propaganda machine. Advertising agencies are the most dangerous people, because they're already building it up. Nike, 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 Nike. What do you want? Nike. Bas. Meditation. How many places they are all, pushing it. This way, this mudra, this thing, that thing. Oh. Then you go there. Previously you are walking straight, nothing happened. Now you think if you can walk this way, that way, this is like a model, you walk this way, you'll be wonderful. What nonsense are you talking? When Bhagavan is also okay. Swami is teaching us that Sthita Prajna Bhasa. Sthita Prajna is a Bhasa. What is the description of a wise man? In our batch, there was one Swami, one Brahmachari, he's all gone because we are 50 years old now, 50 years behind. There was one Chandramouli sir. Chandramouli, very nice. Those of you who simply I'm talking, Chandramouli, he came and he'll give you different interpretation of the scripture. Swamiji will tell something, he will tell something, we'll be laughing and laughing and laughing. Yes, Sthita Prajna se ka bhasa. What is the description of Speak Sanskrit, they are wise man. Just as joking. How does he sit down? Does he sit down like, oh, he is in the lotus? How does he walk? Like this way, that way? No, Krishna did not answer that question at all. Does he talk? Yes, how does he talk? Whisper. Very loud. No. If you do that, a wise man talks slow, very in a whispering voice. Tomorrow, 8 billion people will be sitting down and whispering, come here, come here. What are you doing? Where is wise man now? See? Everybody is in lotus now. And this lotus is such a headache. Getting into that posture is very difficult. And by chance you get in, you have to call a fire brigade to open it. It's so difficult, you get stuck. They have their place. You can do for their good health, do that. So do not, at any time, don't say, this is how I shall speak, this is how I shall look, this is how I shall dress. No. Changing the dress, person doesn't change. Changing the job, person doesn't change. Thinking. You, knowing about yourself, that whole mechanism, because I am building it. So how can you blame the whole world? Think of friends, please. You create an addiction out of a food, or food creates your addiction? Come on. Drug makes you an addict, or you make yourself an addict because of the drug? The food creates your addiction, or your eating food makes you addict? Right. But what will you do? Burn down all the sharas everywhere in Colombia. Drug gardens should be burnt. Why? Because people cannot change their habit. How beautiful. You can't change your habit, and trees must be burnt. They are also nice medicinal values. 14th, 15th century, Middle Ages, they are like a painkiller, cure for many diseases. Because same medicine, the snake medicine, the snake poison which can kill, the snake poison also can cure. Arsenic which can kill, arsenic also can cure. Depends on how much usage you put. So nothing is good or bad. Water is not good or bad. Object is not good or bad. How you use it depends on you. No, I will not change, but the trees must change. What wonderful things. I change my house, my environment, my friends, my companions. If you don't change, the same nonsense fellow will be going everywhere. And what is that? Not your body. Body also change. Make it healthy, no problem. But if you are sick body, you are tired. Healthy body, you are proud. A poor man doesn't mind dying because life is a burden. Death is a relief. A rich man falls in love with life, afraid of death. तो सब कुछ रह जाएगा, मैं नहीं हूँगा. Everybody will be left behind. Rich people, very difficult to die. Because you are there. So it's not the riches or poverty. It's not the good health or bad health. It will inevitably come. Same way, with this thought or that thought. No, friend, you. So that is what he says now. These emotions, you must give up. Meaning, you must give up means what? Your identity with the thoughts must be given up. Don't give up thoughts. You see who you are and use your thought. Give up the money or use the money. See? So please observe it. Again and again, we shall see more of it tomorrow morning class. Now please close your eyes for a minute, please. Now at this moment, the moment I stopped talking, I stopped talking. No sound produced. I did not produce the silence. Same thing within. Your thoughts can come, thoughts can go. You are always who you are. Silence is not absence of sound, in spite of sound. Consciousness is not absence of thought, in spite of your thoughts and emotions. So everything is beautiful. Just be yourself. Please chant Om 3 times, please. Thank you, friends. Thank you.